In 1945, July 1945, Vannevar Bush published a report to the President of the United States called Science, the Endless Frontier. It made the case for long-term investment in research and science at the federal level and support in terms of public funding. Within weeks, the United States of America on August 6th and August 9th dropped 2 atomic bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, killing about 200,000 people. The quest for technological advancement throughout that phase and even now was fueled by the drive to dominate other economies. And the world order that we ended up with, a direct result of that global arms race. Let me show you some other statistics. From 2022, 1% of the global population controls 38% of the global wealth. A 10% total of the population controlled 76% of the total wealth around the world. And what's even more staggering is that 50% of the global population, that's 4 billion people, own just 2% of the global wealth. In other words, we've inherited a system we didn't necessarily predict and perhaps certainly not want. Over the past 3 years, along with my colleagues, we embarked on an ambitious global agenda anchored on building systems that are inclusive, that are not just robust and resilient, but in fact anti-fragile. In other words, mimic global system, regenerative economies, regenerative systems that can in fact serve the global economy better. And we've barely scratched the surface. Let me show you a different something. In the leadership workshops that I conduct, I often show founders and CEOs some of my artwork. And I ask them to share with the group what they see. Never have I ever heard 2 people responding to a same visual exactly the same or in the exact way. In other words, the perceptive reality of humans varies drastically. We use this as a tool to illustrate that diversity and that wisdom in that. Fast forward to 2000s, to the earlier point that I made around the world that we inherited. The unraveling that's happening due to globalization, led by ambitious corporations, a warming climate, and increasing inequality. It has led me to believe that it is a feature and not a bug of the system with the current variety of capitalism that we live with. But you see, it's the arts and not the science that is the endless frontier of human evolution, creativity, and imagination. Inherently inclusive, open to multitudes of interpretations, and anti-fragile by nature, it allows us to build systems that are life-centered. Instead of forcing technology to inculcate human-centeredness as an afterthought, artificial systems should be designed to serve as an inclusive factor within the general system that we're building, centered on stewarding all life on the planet. Science, you see, is a tool to understand the natural world on one hand and aggregate that knowledge and use imagination to build upon it. Rather than chasing new technologies, often a hammer looking for a nail, or even relying on building tech that's human-centered, how about we build institutions and economics where technology serves a society that's anchored on planet-centered and human-centered progress? We have to rethink and rewrite our economics that caters to value creation and distribution across the board, accounts for the role of arts and humanities, care work. I firmly believe that the future of technology is not just creating more technology for the sake of winning or relentless pursuit of economic growth for that matter, but to capture the entirety of the human experience across domains, both physical and digital. Thank you.